Well, hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Bobbie. This is Bobbie Reads Tarot. And today, you guys, let's do a reading on Donald Trump reopening Alcatraz. What do we think? Boy, what a brilliant idea. Reopen a prison that was shut down because it was too expensive to run, and which now is a museum which brings the Bay Area millions of dollars in revenue. Let's cut off that revenue, close down the museum, reopen it as a crazy expensive prison that costs 3 times as much to run as a normal prison. And yeah, that'll make America great again. Anyway, hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. As always, my readings are for entertainment purposes only. Please do your own research, form your own opinion, and be kind in the comment section down below. And today we are going to use the Pulp Tarot, okay? Okay, so let's see what's going to happen with this general energy of Trump and Alcatraz. Page of Cups reversed. He's completely immature, emotionally immature. He's a child. And this was just a childish little thing. He probably watched the movie The Rock this weekend and was like, oh yeah, let's open Alcatraz. His challenge is the Ten of Swords. Well, I don't think he's going to get anything done. I've been saying this is endings. This is suffering. I don't think going to get it done because I don't think he's going to be around for entertainment purposes only. Let's see the energy he's coming from. So he's coming from this Two of Cups energy. This is partnerships. This is people going along with what he wants, people capitulating, people helping, aiding and abetting. This is that energy of like, oh, I can do anything I want because I've got, all of these partnerships that are just lining up. But the energy that he's heading towards is this Hanged Man energy. And he keeps getting this. He keeps getting this a lot. Now, some people ask me if I think it means he's going to get like hung or like, brought up on charges. No, it's not that energy. But the Hanged Man, this is like self-sacrifice. And while he's not self-sacrificing in the way that we think of self-sacrifice, he is, I think, kind of sacrificing himself unknowingly because he's going to be the fall guy. He's going to go in, implement all of these terrible ideas that he's implementing, and then they're going to hang him out to dry. They're going to flip on him. Okay, so what's he trying to do? Six of Pentacles. Yes, he's trying to get people to agree with him, to open this prison. It's all about justice. He wants it to be a sign of law and order. And, he doesn't care what the cost is. He wants his Alcatraz. But what he doesn't see coming is the Nine of Wands reversed. And the Nine of Wands reversed it's about being exhausted. It's about having very strong opposition, and it's being battle depleted. So if he is still around, he is going to get incredibly strong opposition. People are not going to, obviously, people are not going to go along with this. The energy is the Tower. Yeah, everything is collapsing right now. I think we all know this. We all see this. It's funny when the tarot is like just basically showing us what's exactly going on in front of our eyes when it's so clear. I love when readings are this clear. I did a reading yesterday on Stephen Miller, and it was like the same vibe. It was just flowing. It was great. Okay, so the environment is the Two of Swords. This is a stalemate. So there could be some kind of stalemate going on behind the scenes. And I feel like there probably is. And I feel like that's probably why we're in the position that we're in right now as a nation, because I feel like there are people in the background that are really, calling the shots and running things and I feel like there's some kind of like opposition or fighting or something going on. And I feel like it's playing out on the world stage for all of us to see, right? Because, I don't think our government is not, as much as, we'd like to, we'd love to believe in democracy. I feel like a lot of it is honestly just a show. And I feel like we're seeing that energy play out of like that, the fighting or whatever's going on in the background. It's a mess. It's a mess. And there's so much, you guys, that we don't know, that I think it's all going to come out now. It's slow. It's going to trickle. I wish it would be like an overnight thing, but it's not. It's like it is right now, how things are just coming out bit by bit by bit. It's going to keep doing that. And we're going to find out that all of this was just a distraction to what was really going on behind the scenes. The hope or the fear is Make America Great Again. You guys, we always get this card. This is the MAGA card. This is nostalgia, but like remembering the past more fondly than it was. So he wants to make America great again. Of course, that's his hope. But how is this going to turn out? Is he going to be able to reopen Alcatraz? 8 of Wands reversed. This is bad news. This is delays. No, he is not going to get to reopen Alcatraz. So let's see here. Let's take a look at how the story is going to go, though. How is this story going to go? Is he going to keep on with it? Is it going to go on for a while? Is he going to double down? Or is this a story that's just going to go away? Was this a distraction so that no one would pay attention to what he's currently doing to our economy? Probably. If you guys are ever curious to know what decks I'm using, I list all of the decks on my website. The link to my website is in the description box down below. You can find all the decks I use. Also, if you are interested in scheduling your own reading with me, you can do that there as well. If YouTube has the decks available, I do link it to the video, but their tarot deck selections are very, very limited, so often they don't have it. But if you go to my website, it's there. Okay. Two of Wands. This is like making plans, trying to plan for the long term. What am I going to do? But what's getting in the way is the Emperor reversed. I feel like they want the story to go away. They want him to stop, but he's getting in the way. Trump is getting in the way. He's like, he won't let it go. The energy that he's coming from is this Page of Pentacles. This is like, I want to make a deal. I got an offer. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's do all these silly little things. And he's like always trying to make offers. You know, that's what he thinks he is a deal maker. How this is going to turn out, though, is we have the Sun card. So this card oftentimes is the card in, well, it represents the president. So if you look at astrology, and if you were to look at the chart of a nation, the president's always going to be the sun. So when I get the tarot card in the Sun card, when I'm doing readings, especially when I'm looking at like politics of the United States, this is always like the Trump card. So I feel like this is just talking about, this is just the Trump way. He's just going to continue to do what he does, which is continue to put these stories out because he thinks, he just likes being in the spotlight. He likes having the attention. His goal is Trump wants to control the narrative, right? He doesn't want people to open their eyes and be able to see what's going on. He wants people to be kept in the dark, not know what's going on. So he puts out these stories thinking that people believe this stuff. Well, and because I think he believes this stuff. I think he does believe he can open Alcatraz. So that's his motivation. But what he doesn't see coming is the Knight of Cups reversed. The Knight of Cups reversed is disappointment. This is the card of disappointment. So he is ultimately going to be very disappointed, and we're going to see that in the news. The energy is going to be the full reversed. This is an adventure that, you know, it doesn't start off right. It doesn't get completed. It ends in disaster. It's going to end before it starts. The environment is the Four of Wands reversed. This is rite of passage. This card's been coming up a lot lately in our readings, and I feel like, and I've said this before, a lot of, I think, what we're going through is like fated. It's supposed to happen. So, you know, the way that he is, the way that he reacts to, you know, to media, the way he keeps stories going, it's part of who he is, and it's part of what he does to accomplish his purpose. His purpose is to be a chaos agent. His purpose is to spin everything into absolute chaos, to be what, you know, sparks up this huge change we're going to see. And, you know, I talk about how we're headed for some really tough times. We're headed for, and what I think, based on what I've read, what I've heard, you know, I feel like it's going to be about, and based on astrology. And you guys, this is just, I don't know. Okay. Like, I'm just giving you what I think. I think we're looking at about 15 years of rough time until about 2039, 2040. And so if we know, like, we're going to go through this rough time, we're going to go through that. But then at the end of that is when we're going to see those amazing changes. Everything is going to be broken down so that we can start fresh. Everything is going to look completely different, but we have to break down this old system in order to get there. Everything is changing. Life will not look the same. The way you live your life today is not how you will live your life in 20 years. It's going to be completely different. So when I get this, I feel like this environment, this is reaffirming that yes, this is just sort of what needs to happen for this great change to take place. The hope or the fear is the Empress reversed. So it's a fear that the story isn't going to take, right? Because we're looking at how Trump feels about his you know, the way he spins the story, the way he puts it out there. And he always has this fear of, you know, people not believing him, even though he acts like he believes it, everyone should believe it. He does have a fear of what people will think about him, that there's no substance there. There's no there, because there is no there. And how is this going to turn out? He's going to be really disappointed. You know, he's going to fight with people about this. Even though it's so silly, he is going to fight with people about this Alcatraz thing. He is really going to dig in, I feel like. He's very much going to dig in. Okay, you guys, I know that was kind of a short little one, but I feel like we learned everything we needed to learn in this one. If you guys like this video, please be sure to give it a like, subscribe, click the little notification bell on your way out. I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.